This is Bruce Schwartau with University of Minnesota Extension. This is a brief video looking at how retail changed during the economic downturn that we saw in Minnesota between 2005 and 2010. We're going to be taking a look at how the retail changed in the various sectors. We are going to concentrate on the retail sector because retail really deals with our quality of life. It provides us the essentials, the luxuries. It also provides us the basics that we need to maintain our homes and provides the food that we eat. Also, it provides the fun things in life. If we take a look at what happened in Minnesota taxable retail sales from 2003 to 2011, you can notice that we had increases from 2003 through 2005. But when we started getting to 2006 and 7, notice that we were starting to have an economic downturn. There was no growth. And we really saw some real losses that occurred in 2008 and 2009. But not all the retail sectors were acting the same, and we're going to take a look at some of these. I think one of the big ones that's important for Minnesota is building materials. Notice that we started seeing the decline in building materials in 2006. And after 2009 and starting in 2010, we started seeing some recovery. Compare that with what we saw with general merchandise, which really did have some slow, steady growth that was occurring through 2008. But 2009 was the year that we really saw the drop. And now we've been having just a slow recovery from that point in 2009. Another sector that saw an increase and then had that decline was our auto parts and our vehicles like boats, motorcycles, and snowmobiles. They started their good decline in 2008 and it continued in 2009, but since then have been recovering fairly well. And lastly, another industry that we saw, the retail sector where we saw some changes, was in the gasoline convenience stores. They started seeing their decline in 2005 and continued 2006. And since that time, they've really been remaining steady. Just a very slow growth in that one. I think other important ones to take a look at, whereas we saw declines that occurred in all those other ones, notice that food and beverage stores, clothing stores, and the health stores really had slow continual growth during here. Maybe a couple little hiccups, but nothing too much. Those were three retail sectors that seemed to do fairly well during this time. As compared to these three, electronics, leisure goods, and furniture, notice that in electronics we saw strength in 2006. It started slowing down in 7 and really continued on for several years after that and really hasn't recovered greatly since then. In furniture, we started seeing that decline in 2006, and it kept sliding until 2011. And in leisure goods, it's been fairly flat. It was having some increases, but once 2008 came, we saw the decline, and since then, it's had a hard time improving. The observations that I would make when we take a look at this, really not all the retail sectors react equally in recessionary conditions. By 2011, the decline that we were seeing in taxable sales had stopped or it had slowed in all sectors. And although I don't show it on these graphs, as I was looking at the information, there are definitely variations among the economic development regions of Minnesota. Let's say the Southeast may be different from the metro area. And so that information is also available out there. A more detailed retail analysis is available from the University of Minnesota Extension for every Minnesota county and 134 cities. If you're interested in that information, please visit our website. Thank you very much for listening to this short video.